When IMG Academies in Bradenton, Florida needed bleachers for their new soccer field, they turned to Highland Products Group to both supply and install their new bleacher system. We invite you to take a short look into the installation process at IMG Academies so you can see for yourself what sets Highland Products Group apart from other bleacher companies.
We lay up all our material, all our walkboards, then we lay up all our risers, then we start squaring it up. Normally one guy will go through the framing plan, lay out all the X braces where they go. There's several different sizes, sometimes 8, 9, 10 different sizes, all of which are color coded at the end. First thing out of the gate, you need to pair those up with the bolt in the center, otherwise you'll have a mess and you'll be hunting for stuff the whole job. One guy does this right out of the gate, right off the truck. It'll save you a lot of time. For today, it's all lay up, get all the material in place. Not necessarily straight, but in place. That way you don't switch tools all the time. Once it's all up, then I'll start squaring and tightening each end. But that won't be till tomorrow. We're getting ready to do seats. And pre-clipping it makes it a lot faster. You turn them a long way, let the channel sit right on top, and you just pick them up and spin them. The top row seat's all tight and secure, flush with the edge. Come down to the bottom row seat, tight and secure, flush with the edge, then we'll run a string. Kind of gives it a tolerance so it can hide any imperfections. You see this 1/2 inch 7/16 bolt tagging these two braces together. A typical bleacher, in fact this is the only company I know of that does this, a typical bleacher has just this armature that clips onto this tread, and that's exclusively the support of the step, which are these that clip on the front. So when it's clipped onto here, the only thing that supports it on most brands is this little piece of angle. On this particular brand, there's a bolt here that takes that pressure from here and applies it to here, and it ties it all together. So when you put your pressure here, this is bearing the load, this is bearing the load, all the way up and down. So long term, dents, you've seen them on your bleachers where they got the big bow in the middle. That's why, because these are independent and they only support one piece. Here, when it's all tied together, it can't go anywhere. Durability. Another difference is this nosing. We have to beat it in there with a rubber mallet, and it will not come out, and it's factory coated. It's not tape, it's not pop riveted on. The tape lasts about a month. The stuff that's pop riveted on lasts about a winter. One contraction, one expansion, they get rattly loose. Then every year you have to add more and more pop rivets. I've never ever had to replace one of these. This is why they don't come off. Once you put it in there, that latches in and it latches to full length. It'll never come out. If I beat it in there and I got this off crooked like that, it's ruined. I have to get a new piece. I cannot get it out of there without bending it. So you beat this right here, just beats in, durable forever. Pop rivet, no pop rivets required. Pop rivets will come out and get loose. It's not tape, it's from the factory painted. You'll never have a problem with these coming off like other brands. On these handrails, the stiffener it's used is a lateral, because push forward and back means it's mounted front and up and down. It can't move. Any bleacher's handrail can't move that way unless it gets run over. Side to side's where all the force is. Most brands have a little plate about this big with 4 bolts in it, and that's all great and it's stout and it's thick, but the problem is it doesn't extend out where the force is. And this particular brand is a big heavy channel to spread out the force, but a good foot on each side. Very stout, and this is what takes the abuse on a bleacher. Now we're finishing up the first unit. Have one man over cutting the diagonal cuts in the corner to allow for the miter. He cuts one, comes over, helps me hang it, and once it's hung, I stay here and tie it while he's manufacturing the next one. If you notice, the guy standing here or sitting here, there's no fence up here. And a lot of units, this is the top rail right here, and this stuff gets all bent up and nasty from wear and tear and pokes people. The durability with extra rail up here is 10 times that of just a 2-rail side fence.